One quiet evening, when stars peeked through the treetops and fireflies twinkled like fairy lights, Harrik took his favorite evening walk. He loved the way the night whispered secrets, soft rustles, gentle hoots, and the hush of sleepy leaves. As he stepped over a mossy log, Harrik spotted something unusual, a glowing mushroom. It pulsed like a heartbeat, casting tiny sparkles into the air. "Now that," Harrik whispered, adjusting his round glasses, "is no ordinary fungus." He pulled out his little leather-bound book, Old Forest Wonders, Volume 3. Flipping through the pages, he found an entry. Moonbloom mushroom, guardian of the moonlight garden, blooms only for the gentle of heart. His eyes widened behind his glasses. A garden of stars? Hidden in the forest? Harrik followed a trail of faint glimmers leading from the mushroom. Along the path, he found tiny riddles carved into stones. A friend in need, give them your seed. The next moment, he heard a soft chirp. A baby squirrel sat on a stump, looking cold and hungry. Harrik reached into his pouch and offered a handful of acorns. The squirrel squeaked with joy and nestled beside him. As he continued on, more clues appeared. Kind words bloom where tempers gloom. Next, 3 owlets were fussing in a nest. Harrik didn't scold. He told a gentle tale about sharing. Soon, peace fluttered in like a feather. Each riddle he solved lit up a new star overhead, gently twinkling into place like pieces of a puzzle. The forest shimmered more brightly with each act of kindness. Finally, he reached a quiet glade where the wind held its breath. A great stone arch stood in the center, carved with the final riddle. Only the still heart sees the stars that sleep. Harrik sat down beneath the arch. He took off his hat, rested his book beside him, and simply listened. No rushing, no solving, just stillness. Then, whoosh! The sky bloomed into a garden of stars. Shapes danced in starlight, glowing just for him. The glade had become the moonlight garden, and Harrik had unlocked it by being kind, clever, and most importantly, calm. Harrik walked home slowly under a sky full of stars and gentle dreams. He had found something magical by being kind, clever, and calm. A gentle voice in the wind whispered, "Sometimes the brightest wonders appear when we slow down, help others, and listen with our hearts." One soft, sleepy afternoon, Snorri the Dwarf found a cozy spot beneath a big old oak tree. The leaves whispered lullabies as he snuggled into the mossy grass. Before he knew it, Snorri drifted off into the gentlest sleep. Suddenly, he woke up, but not under the oak tree. He was floating on a fluffy cloud made of marshmallows. The sky was a soft shade of twilight, pink and blue, and the stars giggled quietly as they twinkled. "Welcome, Snorri," called a warm, glowing voice. It was the moon, shining bright and silver. "You're in the dream world, a place where dreams dance and magic sparkles everywhere." Snorri blinked his big eyes and smiled. "What a wonderful place!" The moon smiled back. "But we have a little problem. The yawn train, which carries sleep dust to all the dreamers, has lost its sleep dust. Without it, the dreamers can't have sweet dreams." Snorri's eyes grew wide. "I'll help find the sleep dust." With a cheerful toot-toot, the yawn-powered train chugged softly beside him, puffing gentle clouds of sleepy steam. Their first stop was a cozy cave where dozing dragons curled up in warm piles, snoring soft melodies. Snorri tiptoed through the cave, and the dragons stirred, yawning big, breathy yawns that sent sparkles floating in the air. "Have you seen the sleep dust?" Snorri asked. One little dragon yawned a sleepy puff and pointed to a sparkling trail that glittered beyond the cave. Snorri and the yawn train followed the trail, bouncing gently on marshmallow clouds. Along the way, giggling stars zipped past, twinkling with laughter. "Look!" giggled a tiny star, spinning around a moonbeam. "Sleep dust hides where the sky whispers softest." Snorri and the train drifted toward a quiet valley where the night was calm and still. There, sparkling near a silvery tree, lay the lost sleep dust, shimmering and soft like a handful of sparkling powder. Snorri carefully scooped up the sleep dust and placed it in the yawn train's glowing hopper. The train sighed happily and puffed a gentle toot-toot as it filled the sky with a trail of sparkling dust. "Thank you, Snorri," the moon said, smiling wide. "You're a wonderful dream traveler." Just before Snorri woke up, the moon gave him a special gift. A soft pillow made of stardust, glowing with gentle light. "Keep this close," whispered the moon. "It will help you carry sweet dreams wherever you go." Snorri hugged the pillow and yawned a big, happy yawn. As he opened his eyes, he was back beneath the oak tree, the afternoon light warm and cozy. He smiled, knowing that the dream world was just a sleep away, and with a kind heart and a curious spirit, even the sleepiest dreamers can have the brightest adventures. One peaceful night, as the stars blinked sleepily in the sky and the wind tiptoed through the trees, all was calm in the little forest, except for one dwarf, who wasn't feeling very peaceful. Grum tossed and turned in his bed, pulling his blanket up, then throwing it off again. "Humph," he grumbled. "What is that humming sound?" He sat up, squinting out the window. The forest shimmered softly under the moonlight, but a quiet, gentle hum drifted through the air. Not loud, but just enough to tickle his ears and keep him from sleeping. "That's it," he huffed, slipping on his boots and his green dwarf hat. "I'm putting a stop to this nonsense." With a lantern in one hand and his brow furrowed tightly, Grum stomped out into the night. The hum seemed to flutter from tree to tree, like it was playing a sleepy game of hide-and-seek. Grum followed it, muttering under his breath, "Whoever's making that noise is going to get a piece of my mind." last, he came to a small clearing where the trees bent low, as if listening. There, on a mossy branch, sat a tiny, fluffy baby nightingale with wide, worried eyes.
"Oh," Grum blinked. "You're just a little bird."
The bird chirped softly, a weak, wobbly sound that didn't quite know what tune to sing.
"Can't sleep?"
he asked. The bird shook its head.
"Lost your lullaby?"
The bird nodded, a single tear twinkling on its beak. Grum looked around. The trees were full of windswept melodies and soft echoes. He listened for a moment, his grumpiness quieting.
"Well," he muttered, "I suppose we can find it together."
Grum hummed low notes and the bird tried them, then high ones, and the bird chirped back, learning little by little. They listened to the crickets, copied the owls, and even sang with a rustling leaf. At last, the baby nightingale opened its wings, took a deep breath, and sang. A pure, silvery lullaby filled the forest, floating like moonlight on water. It wrapped around the trees, through the grass, and gently into Grum's ears.
He mumbled, his eyelids drooping. "Not that."
Grum curled up beneath the tree. The lullaby swirled softly above him as he drifted into the deepest, coziest sleep he'd had in years. The baby nightingale tucked itself beside him, humming its new song to the stars. Sometimes the sweetest dreams come not from silence, but from sharing a moment and a little bit of heart.